So it's not like I don't know.
Yeah.
I love when people talk, like, I lived it. I lived not making $100,000 a year for the majority of my life. 100. Now people talking billions and millions.
Yeah.
People don't feel like people feel like being a millionaire is like entry level, but it's not, and it's hard. And it goes back to what I believe, which is for everybody's listening, when you make these decisions that are a conflict between the business opportunity and what your soul is about, you could own a home with a pool, you could live in an apartment and rent it. And it's very easy for the apartment renter to be dramatically happier than the homeowner with a pool. And a lot of people listening here know that to be true. And that is the conversation we need to be having, which the person that gets hurt is the one that's trying to live outside their means without a lot.
Yeah.
Who go into extreme debt, try to keep up with the Joneses when they can't. I feel a lot of compassion for that. I had a great email or a DM from a kid who's like, Gary, I'm struggling. I'm hearing you. I'm pretty thoughtful. I've got a problem. Keeps going. He's like, I have 4 brothers. All 4 of them make a ton of money and I don't. And it's like, and I'm happy for them. It was the DM really caught me. I think it was a DM now that I remember. It caught me because he was happy. No, it was an email. I'm sorry, because now I have my laptop. I didn't have a laptop for 5.5 years before COVID. But then when COVID came, I needed a laptop for Zoom.
Okay.
And so like I'm back to laptop life. It's very weird. Anyway, I'm very passionate about this. I think there's a lot of different ways to live life, but if you can live within your means and not keep up with the Joneses and not let other people's judgment cast on you, you can have a much happier life. And I think a lot of people in this space are incredibly authentic to the space. And I think they need to have this convo more because it'll lead to them not doing that deal. And oh, by the way, there's a funny thing that they don't tell you in business school. When you say no to 2 things and you keep your authenticity, it does something for your soul, and you find yourself 3 years later being in a place where you're getting offered more money from a brand that does fuck with you and you fuck with,
right.
and that lack of patience catches people, and they don't realize that if they just followed the path that got them to the first offer, if they double down on that authenticity and work ethic and grind, they could find themselves there 27 months later and getting the actual deal that actually works for them because they actually consume that beverage, they actually fuck with that utensil, they and that becomes a whole different game.
No doubt.